Okay, in sync. And literally, take two. Here we go again. Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Lockdown Locos. This is episode 3, and I've been taking in lots of comments and suggestions from the previous 2 episodes. So I'm pleased to report that we've got an extra wheel for this particular episode. And I'll move on to that in a moment. I just want to mention a few comments that came in on the previous video. So the username I Like Transport said that he'd maybe like to see maybe 3 episodes a week. Obviously lockdown is still continuing, and it might continue right through to July or even beyond in some form or another. So I'm sure we've got a chance to do lots of Lockdown Loco episodes. But I was thinking maybe at least 2 a week, but let me know what you think. Maybe a Monday and a Friday, or a Monday and a Sunday, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or so. I don't know, but you tell me what you think, and we'll see what other people think as well. And then the username, the person R32 Gaming, very, very kindly asked if I would mention his username and his channel, because he was the one who suggested the whole rolling stock idea in the first place. But YouTube hid his comment for some reason. I couldn't find it. No matter what I did, I could not see it. So I'd just like to mention R32 Gaming. And then finally, moving on to the username Ross Nation, he basically typed out a massive comment in which he basically designed the extra wheel for me. So now we have a wheel for steam, electric, diesel and multiple unit. And then after that, we take that wheel off and we put this wheel on. So we've got a wheel for vintage goods, a wheel for modern goods, vintage coaches and modern coaches. So yes, you're now going to get to see a Loco pull. So, I mean, this is pretty crazy, to be honest. Theoretically, it's possible to have a class 153 pulling a rake of old-fashioned wagons. It is possible. So it's going to anger the purists, but it could be quite fun and quite quirky at the same time. And that's what the hobby is all about, just enjoying yourself and having fun, especially during a lockdown. So without further ado, let's get my fancy professional piece of equipment here. Oh, and by the way, the second wheel has been cut from a piece of Foot Locker card, so free advertising for Foot Locker there. Let's just make sure this is on, ready to rotate. Okay, here we go. So what have we had so far? If you can cast your minds back, we had a steam Loco first in the form of the Class G2A, and then we had the wonderful DCC Sound Class 37 diesel. What are we going to get today? I'm going to give it a spin. 3, 2, 1. Round and round. Oh, electric! It is electric! Just electric. Just about. Just as I've held it, rotated back round to steam. But I think, yeah. Oh, see, it's falling apart, but I am hearing from the adjudicators, we're going with electric. Yep, electric it is. So, we're going to pick an electric Loco. Okay, so welcome back to my little collection of some of my trains in the conservatory. So again, steam, diesel, electric, mainly. Obviously, there are a few exceptions just because I've run out of room or whatever. But you'll see on the bottom here, we've got mostly multiple units and electric Locos. And there's definitely far fewer than normal. Do you know what? I think we're going to have to focus on this tiny little corner here for now, where we've got a Class 90, a Class 86, another 86, and then I think it's a Class 85, basically a very early Class 85 by Batman. I know what I'm going to go for. I've already decided. It's going to be this. The Class 86 and Rail Freight Distribution Livery, Halleys Comet. Okay, getting used to the whole syncing in sound with the microphone and stuff now. So, here we have Halleys Comet. This is one of the most amazing Locos I have. This is one of my favourites, one of my most precious locomotives. I'm just giving it a quick wee dust because obviously she's been sat there for, well, a few years basically, totally untouched, but not unloved. Now, this is by Hornby, and it's quite old. We're talking late 80s, maybe early 90s. And so when the model came out, basically these did exist in real life and were running all over the place. And the Class 86s were really a common sight on the West Coast main line going through Crewe. I remember because Virgin used to own some, although I think they may have been Class 87s mostly, which is a slightly different variant of the Class 86. But they're more or less the same, more or less. It's not as dramatic as a change like 47 to 57. That's quite a change. The 86s and 87s are very, very similar, very similar. And I absolutely love it. And I really love this particular example because it's Halleys Comet. It's called Halleys Comet. So it's named after the famous comet in our solar system that comes around every 80-something years or whatever it is. I might just see it come back before I die of old age, maybe. But I think I missed the first visit, which was probably late 80s, early 90s maybe. I'm not too sure. But anyway, I'd have been very little. So I was into space when I was little. I still kind of am, and I was into trains. And this was the perfect train to compare, the perfect loco to combine those two worlds, astronomy and trains. It's in Rail Freight Grey, British Rail Freight Grey. And you can see from the logos there that it's the distribution livery. So basically, bit of everything. It's not specifically for the petroleum sector. It's definitely not for the coal sector, which is the black diamonds. This was a bit of everything. I'm pretty sure I've got that right. I think metals is a different logo, and I think that's maybe blue and yellow. Look up the BR Rail Freight Distribution logos and graphics. They are fantastic, and I really miss them, to be honest. It's great that everything's privatized now and we get to see so many different liveries, but I do miss the graphics and the logos that used to be around in the 80s and 90s, and I'm sure a lot of you do too as well. So this is 86504 by Hornby. It's not a very good model, it has to be said. It's quite basic compared to modern standards, but I suppose for 1989 or whenever it came out, it was very good. And there's something really special about this particular model, in that it has a working pantograph for the overhead catenary system. It does work, it really does. I used to be a member of a railway club when I was little, and they had an overhead catenary system. And yes, she would collect from the overhead power and then run it down through and into the track and out again. So it does, and it has a little white switch on the top, so you can select whether you want it to work on the catenary or whether you want it to work entirely from the rail. That switch is a little bit broken and does need repairing. I can feel that it's not properly working, but that's not a problem. Just open it up and get it sorted, I'm sure. I think it's a ring-filled motor. So again, very, very basic, nothing special. Don't expect wonderful slow speed performance. I'm hoping she still works, actually. She hasn't been ran for years, and she never used to be a very good runner, even back in the day. So this could be a very interesting video. But I absolutely adore them. I really do. There's something special about them to me, and this was bought for me by my dad. Either for my birthday or Christmas when I was little, for my layout that we were building together before we moved house or just after we'd moved house. I think we just moved house. I think we just moved to Alsager, and then I was old enough to have my own bedroom, so the railway was ripped up or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I hope you like it just as much as I do. And if you ever see one out in the real world, that's really rare these days. So please do take a photo, tweet me, Facebook me. I'd love to see some real life Class 86s. There are a few still out there, and especially 87s. So yeah, absolutely wonderful. Anyway, what is she going to haul? Oh gosh, it's going to be so funny if it's Pendolino coaches or something. Let's see what happens. Oh God, really, I'm going to have to find a better solution to this. Once Hobbycraft opens up again, or one of the DIY places, I'm sure I can find something better. But it's quite cute, isn't it? That it's a bit, It's lockdown-ish. It's budget. Okay, so if I just rest that on my legs, is that going to spin? Oh, hang on. I think this card's a little bit thicker. Do you know what? I'm just going to take the Lego off. I don't think the Lego is helping. No, the Lego was helping. Okay. That'll do. Right, that'll do. Everything's holding together. Let's just go and get it done. So, Class 86, Halleys Comet in rail freight distribution livery. What are you going to be hauling today? What are you going to be hauling today? That spins quite well, once you can get it spinning. Modern goods. Oh, it's changed its mind. Too late, sorry. Yeah, I'm hearing from the adjudicators, we've got to go with modern goods. So, that's an easy one, isn't it? That is easy, we are spoiled for choice. I think it's time we saw the mega boxes again. Right. Okay, so if I just put the wheels to one side. Okay, now I've just gone up to the railway room and I was about to lug through this gigantic box full of rolling stock, all freight rolling stock. Look, we've got the weathered nuclear flask container thing that I made. So I was about to start looking through that when Craig interrupted me and said, no, I think I've seen them somewhere else. And he was right. Thankfully, they are much, much easier to get hold of than I thought. So here we have the EWS mega boxes, still full of gravel, actual huge big boulders slash tiny stones from the garden. So that's pretty cool. I don't know how many of these she can haul. Probably not very many, to be honest. She's quite old. But I'm sure she can do a few. So we'll whack that all onto the track now and get it going. Okay, so here we are at the test layout again in the conservatory. Don't worry, I will show you the proper one eventually once I've done my next layout video. So I've got the Class 86 here by Halleys Comet. Well, called Halleys Comet by Hornby. I've got no idea if she's going to run okay. Absolutely no idea, it's been a long time. Right, let's give her some juice and see what happens. Oh, yep. Yes! Okay, change direction. Come on, girl, come on. Yes! Okay, right, I think that's as much as we're going to get in terms of on her own performance. I'm just going to turn her... No, I'll leave her pointing that way. I'm pretty sure... Okay, so yeah, maybe I shall turn her around. I will turn her around. So basically the powered bogie is this one, which I'm now putting at the back. It doesn't really make too much difference, I don't think. Except it was annoying me because the controls were wrong and now the controls should be correct. Nope, they're still wrong. Okay, well maybe I had got that confused. Anyway, I'll turn her around again then. So now if you select left on the controller, she should go to the left. No. Right, anyway, carrying on. I'm glad that's sorted. Let's put a couple of mega boxes onto the track right behind it and get them coupled up. These still are beautiful, by the way. They roll so smoothly. And they do, despite the difference in couplings. I mean, these are proper NEM couplings, and these are the really silly old big plastic ones. They do connect. They do couple. Okay, right. That's just two. That's just two. That looks pretty cool, and I'm sure she can cope with that. Maybe. Let's give her some juice and see what happens. Yeah! Absolutely amazing. She's going so fast, the camera is struggling to focus. Seriously. I'm going to have to start using the DJI Osmo. This Canon just is not up to the job. But look at this. Look how easily. Okay, stop. Right. Class 86, you might be 30 odd years old. Seriously. But you have definitely proven your worth. You can handle 2 megaboxes full of actual rubble, no problem. I am going to whack a couple more on and see what happens. Okay, I've got to hurry up. The camera is flashing battery low because I forgot to charge it overnight. Never mind. Right, 4 megaboxes. Can this 30-year-old odd loco, can she cope? She can. I don't believe it. That is amazing. Seriously, she's about 35 years old. Maybe more. I'm not joking. Trust me, I know what that age feels like. Guys, this is magnificent. Oh, the Class 86. One of my favorite, perhaps my favorite electric loco of all time. Okay, really quickly, apologies, but there's not going to be a Mailbox Monday video today. It has taken so long to process the filming of the rolling stock for this particular little video and stuff that I'm not going to really have time. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do a Mo Wednesday and do some mail on Wednesday. That's if it doesn't interfere with the live workshop, which I think we are about ready for, but I will keep you updated on social media. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun filming. Seriously, please do leave a comment below. I'll come back in a few hours and read them all and let me know what you think. And I'll see you in the next video. Hey peeps, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a comment, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.